Got to always start off a video with some kind of caffeinated drink. Citrus Blast. Pretty good. I wanted to go ahead and reach out to everybody real quick and just run through a few things and kind of treat this as almost a creative connect in a way. I know that we're still trying to work on what a schedule would look like to connect all of us together, but essentially this is an Extreme BSC regional creative connect. So this could also relay into some of the Turn 2 Springfield efforts as well. So Mason, I have you listed in receiving this video. So that's also something for you to consider. I want you to see that through the lens of Turn 2 Springfield. And then Kyle and Jordan, you both would be through the lens of Extreme in your different regions. So I wanted to go ahead and just lay out some of the ideas that I have really for the next couple of weeks. And really as things are happening around you, just in wanting to encourage you and empower you to be able to tell your story through some of the main channels. And so, like I said before, for you, Mason, that would be directly through the Turn 2 Springfield brand. And then Jordan and Kyle, that would have you guys doing it through the Extreme BSC HQ. So that's on Instagram and on Facebook. A couple of notes that I have for you guys. Number one, Mason, I'll start with you first, is finding your story. Right now, there's, the facility's not happening yet. There's not athletes training in it, and there's some things happening within the facility that we really can't showcase from a public standpoint right now. There's a few projects that need to happen before that can actually get out. So the question is, what kind of story is still out there in the meantime that you can use in order to build up your brand and be able to communicate to the market what's happening with, whether it's Extreme BSC in Springfield or whether it's Turn 2 in Springfield. So basically the first one, and this is really a challenge I have for all you guys, is find the story. Always be asking yourself when you're around or you're wearing that specific brand hat and ask yourself, what is the story here? Where is the story? And so if I'm Jordan, I am looking and I'm seeing teams that are training in the facility during this time of year. And so I want to tell that story. So I'll go over there, get some, quick videos, or go ahead and get some quick pictures, interact with maybe one of the athletes of like, hey, how's network training going tonight? Or how's your training in general going? What do you love about being here? Stuff like that. Just engaging type of, pictures or videos that can then be purposed and used through the channels. If I'm you, Mason, then my thought is, what is the story? Well, the story is really more like the behind the scenes of what's happening right now for Turn 2 Springfield. Chamber of Commerce meetings. I guess from what I understand, I was told that you met with an independent team who might be interested in utilizing that space for indoor training. Team rental sales announcements. So when a rental happens, a rental sale, you could be like, hey, we can't wait to, support team fill in the blank, for the off season. We are looking forward to being their indoor training facility provider during the off season. And what we could do, and what in Turn 2's standpoint, Austin is the main creative specialist for the Turn 2 brand. So basically, Austin could then generate a template for you, Mason, to use that if you wanted to. Every time you had a team rental get, sold on the books, you could release it to the public through the Turn 2 Springfield Facebook and Instagram page. Super excited to be working with, and then you could like throw the logo of that team on a template, and you could just say, hey, we're looking forward to being their team indoor training space provider during the off season. Something like that would be really cool. And again, like anytime that you're going to meet with someone right now, that's really important. You can tell that story. You can say, hey, excited to meet with Chamber of Commerce and talk about the impact that Turn 2 is going to have on the Springfield area. As brand owners and as brand storytellers, it's about capitalizing on it, making sure that we are actually telling that story and sharing it with the market. Kyle, I have a few things down. Your network trainers. So as you start to confirm network trainers for Extreme BSC in Springfield, being able to have a template, being able to send out a post through Extreme HQ pages. So that would be the Instagram and the Facebook Extreme page. You would be able to directly post through those pages as an admin. You have that invitation. I'm not sure if you're able to connect with it or not. I know Chris said you had a little bit of trouble there connecting with it, but essentially you should be able to be an admin on the page, or you're some level of like employee or something that gives you the right to post directly through the page. And you could throw that out there, super excited that we've brought on, Extreme BSC Springfield announces new network trainer. And then it's a picture of that trainer, and maybe it's a little bit of a spotlight for them. I can send you something that we've done for MPL here in the Metro East. It's a turn 2 product, a high-end pitching turn 2 product. So I can send you something like that to give you an idea. And I can also arm you with a template if you need one. Very easy to do. Go ahead and just follow up this email. Let me know if you are right now connected to the social media channels, and that way we can go ahead and get you posting. The other one is just communications happening to teams. If you are communicating with your team coaches, so if you have, a specific meeting that you guys have, or if you guys are jumping on a Zoom call together, one thing I challenge our directors here in the Metro East is to actually screen grab if they're going to be on a Zoom call with a bunch of other thought leaders or trainers or coaches. At the very beginning or the very end of it, just tell everyone, hey, go ahead, we're all going to smile real quick, screen grab it, and then that way you can use it then as part of your storytelling as an actual post to show to the market, hey, super pumped that Extreme BSC Springfield coaches got together tonight and we're going to move the mission forward and super excited for what's to come. Stuff like that. What we're trying to do for Extreme is we're trying to find, and Mason, you're going to be a part of Extreme, so that's why I think it's important that you're on this as well. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to create more of like mission-based like posts that go through the HQ channel. And then from there, it goes down, and then you have your like high level program channel. So that would be Extreme Elite Baseball, Extreme Elite Softball. And then you have the team level channels, which is where if teams are having different events together, or if they win a tournament, like that stuff's going to live there more long term. What we're trying to get away from is trying to highlight just specific teams on HQ. I mean, we'll still do it every once in a while, especially if it's more of like service-based work that teams do. That stuff is great for the mission because it showcases our mission really, really well. But if it's more stuff like we won a tournament, we placed in a tournament, that's going to start moving more towards being directed on the team channel that's ran by the team coach or by a parent that's helping out, not necessarily having to live on the HQ. So HQ is going to be more like mission-based storytelling. Elite baseball, elite softball then will do their storytelling specific to the needs of the athletes and also, again, to grow their mission as well. And HQ will pull from each one of those every once in a while. And then there's that team level. So really, ultimately, Kyle, Jordan, especially regionally, the more that you can start to figure out, man, if I can get 1 or 2 stories out a week that can help tell the story of my region, what's happening with Extreme in my region, then that is going to add more storytelling to the HQ in general. And then Metro East would do the same thing. I just want to go ahead and encourage you to just ask yourself always, wherever you are, what is the story? All right, what am I trying to tell here? And then from there, because you're brand storytellers, brand owners, brand directors, at that point, get those stories out through your main channel of, whatever brand it is. So of Extreme BSC HQ, which would be Kyle, that'd be in your case, Jordan be in your case, and then Mason, that would be turn 2 Springfield. And then once it goes out on those, then you can share it onto your personal ones, and that'll help grow those channels, because then people that follow you can go, oh, wait, look what's happening. Mason shared it, so this is pretty cool. Anyways, there's a little thought for you guys. Let me know if you guys have still not been able to connect with social media with those roles. And then secondly, would also be Canva. I'm pretty sure everyone besides maybe Jordan is in the Canva Pro team. So Jordan, if you want to, go ahead and jump onto that. And then again, it's a pro account, so you can use that pro account for all your Extreme needs. And there are folders within there, so you should have access to an Extreme BSC folder that has like everything I've created for Extreme BSC since we've had Canva lives in there. So if there's something that you see, you can copy that template, you can rename it, and then you can plug and play anything that you want to make your own stuff if you need it. So anyways, hope that helps a little bit, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. And I really want to challenge you to start getting those stories out there and feel like you are empowered to start telling the story through the main HQ channel. If you need any support, you can go ahead, you can email me, or you can shoot me a text. I'll leave my phone number in the email for you, and you can reach out to me that way. All right, guys, have a great rest of your week. Stay classy. This is delicious.